Hello, 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 and welcome to the Skyward Sword Randomizer Weekly Race. I am Delilah, and I will be your restreamer. Today we have... Oh, who do we have commenting? Do we have Flowhog commenting? I'm totally... Here, why don't you guys start talking? Clearly, I thought I was ready, and I'm not.
Hi, I'm Jazz Nix. I'm going to be commentating with Senra, so hello.
Hi. Yeah, we will be commentating tonight's weekly match of Skyward Randomizer. And do we see the runners already?
Yep, they're up and ready to go.
Yeah, we are starting very soon. Actually, looks like, yeah. Getting
ready. We will
ready.
be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we are having tonight some known faces and I think at least one new face on this weekly restream.
Yep, but today we have, your average link has been very dominant in the recent races, so he's definitely a player to look out for. Zelda's brand new to the randomizer, so this is his first time on restream, so hopefully he has a good race. And then, Raid Spinel and Mirage, both runners who've been running for quite a bit now, so yeah. And I didn't quite catch the dungeons, but I think I saw Fire Sanctuary, so that's a bad sign.
Skyview and Fire Sanctuary, the first and the last dungeon.
Yeah, also, I think, so we have one really long and really, frankly, bad dungeon, and one pretty short dungeon. Also, what tablet do we have to start out with? Can't really see it with this beginning movement, but... yeah, with any hope, it's just anything but Linearu, because that gives the runners a lot of checks to do at the very start, especially if it's Elden.
Well, the seed already looks a lot like we will see Patrol early, with 10 gratitude crystals right in the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be the Elden Pillar today, as Linearu and Farron are both not there. So, positive elimination. We're starting with one pillar open, so yeah, we have Elden to start, which is somewhat good. The Elden is the most check dense of all like the surface regions, so it's very likely that all of our runners will just go to there immediately, just because of how many more checks you can get.
As we can see, both Yao and Raid are preparing a bit safe file.
Little tablet.
The choice between starting Elden or first tablet Farron. Both are regions that are very favorable, especially in the early game here.
Yep, and so far, no Linearu tablet, which is good. Technically, Linearu might not be required this seed, but the chances of that aren't exactly high, but we can always hope. But Y'all and Raid, they made those, they're called Bitmagic files, and they essentially just allow you to open the Academy gates and back in time, which, due to both Fire Sanctuary and Skyview using back in time, they actually it saves a lot of time to use it, so definitely was a smart play to make one. So it looks like Potion Lady has an extra wallet, which doesn't really matter at all because for these settings, we do have Shop Randomizer on, but we only have it up to 300 rupees. That's like the maximum, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to go higher than that.
The worst that could happen is that you need in this setting 650 rupees, which will be able in to a bit under 3 settings. So the wallet is not really favorable as an item to get in these settings.
Another gratitude crystal pack on Rena, which definitely just is telling everyone to go straight to Petro. As right now they have 2 checks open. If they get 15 more crystals, they can get the Petro 30 reward, which is actually 2 checks. So we might see somebody go for an early Petro check, which would be quite interesting. Also, there's money. In these settings, money is actually kind of good because you need to buy Beetle Shop. So, and even just to seal the checks, you need at least 200 rupees. So it's nice to get money early on. Everyone in the Waterfall Cave. Also, Mirage is getting these extra 20 rupees that in the Waterfall Cave that just can provide some extra, like, they can provide a backbone if you get a lot of Rupors early on and lose those monies. Or also want to buy a shield, which is sometimes used. But yeah, everybody leaving Skyloft, and now the routing will see some more divergence.
It looks like Jarl goes for an early Alden dip, while Mirage goes back to Skyloft.
Yeah, it looks like Mirage did not end up getting the Goddess Statue check, which is just an alternative Skyloft route. So Yal is getting this Hintstone. Interesting hints. So we have a beetle on the first check in Mines, which is actually might be required for this seed, so rest in peace 2 tablet. And then Thunderhead is Way of the Hero, so interesting. Both areas we do not have access yet, though we can very easily access Thunderhead by just doing a simple RBM. So we might see that.
And as prophesied, Jarl goes for the Elden dip, while Zelda is on Lumpy Pumpkin.
Oh, interesting. So, I don't really know what he did there. He might have heard the Gratitude Crystal sound effect. Okay, you don't have his audio on. Or he might just be going in the other entrance. Goddess Harp? Alright, so Goddess Harp. Yal is going to be getting his Goddess Harp on this trip in Elden. We can kind of confirm that. So yeah, that tech is
Skyloft Trial Gate was dead. It was a Skyloft one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's very good for them. We don't want to see any trials. Alright, it looks like, yeah, there were Gratitude Crystals on the Chandelier, which kind of confuses me why Zelda did not just get the crystals, but he might just be thinking to come back later when he has Spiral Charge to get an extra check.
Tels is also getting the Hintstone in Volcano Island, and Fern Woods is Way of the Hero, and the other check I couldn't read so fast.
Interesting. That might mean he... Yeah, it might look like he goes to Farron, which certainly is an interesting routing decision. So far... Actually, yeah, this could pay off in his favor, as I don't think y'all has done anything substantial in Elden so far.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Though one advantage Yarovich would have is, since he will be getting the harp as it was hinted, what does kind of stink about that is Zelda is gonna skip out on the Battle of the Goddess check. He's gonna have to do that later on in the race, which, while it has to be done anyway, it does mean that a potentially useful check can be blanked, or you can't get that check yet. But yeah, it's not very. From experience, that check usually doesn't have anything good, or it has something really good. So yeah, so this could be potentially bad for Zelda.
Ooh.
And claw shots.
Y'all clearly did so far the right direction with Alden first.
Yeah,
And-
that is a pretty big item.
Great, starting the Oriel quest.
Spins power on sealed grounds, which might be helpful. We're not sure. Trials are all hinted, so it's not likely we'll see an unhinted trial done this run. I should say race. More gratitude crystals in Elden, up to 25.
Well, so far it doesn't look like the runners won't need to catch the 10 loose crystals.
So your average Link is going to be very happy to know that there's another sword on Skipper Shat in Sansi. So,
One of his favorite
Interesting.
checks so far.
yep, that is by far his favorite check. As for some reason, that check has just had swords in so many races. But, alright, so that's one of our... we need 3 swords, so that's one of them.
I mean, we don't have LMF this time, so we don't have a sword on LMF boss key.
True. Or in East Side, where the boss key has a small key. And Harp. So I think definitely Average Link did get make the correct play here in doing Elden first. He's going to be entering Farron with not only faster navigation, but he's also going to enter with an item, meaning he's probably going to just go to Skyview, as Skyview only requires a single projectile item to complete, and potentially the beetle. So yeah, it's very likely that we see y'all just step into Skyview.
And interestingly, no one follows cells into early Farron. So everyone favors the starting tablet.
Yeah, I don't remember if Raid or Mirage did the other hint stones, but I definitely think Zeld's made, I think this play in theory makes sense, so it doesn't seem to be working out, because Way of the Hero usually can lead to something very, very good. It looks like, though, the Way of the Hero here is going to be inside the Great Tree, or behind a Bomble Rock. Which actually does bring a big advantage back to your average Link, because he has the claw shots, meaning he can now scale the Great Tree. Also, Zelda's going to be doing the Fence Hop, which basically just allows him to enter Lake Floria early. And this is going to get him 1 check and a hint stone. So this is usually done in almost all routes of Farron, just because of it's easy, and it allows you to skip a really long and tedious normal way to enter. Pick the statue. Oh no! Okay, so Lanayru Trial is dead, and that means Husky is on 3rd small key chest and Fire Sanctuary.
The most favorable check in Fire Sanctuary.
Yep. Yeah, so that automatically puts a requirement on the Mognomits and potentially the Gust Bellows, the Hook Beetle, and the Bomb Bag. So immediately that bumps up the requirements for the seed by 20 items. Or I think 5. But yeah, that is pretty unfortunate for the boss key to be there. Also because that's by far the slowest check to get in the dungeon. Mognomits.
After winning, after doing Elden early, yeah, now does the sky checks, and yeah, I think instead of going back to Skyloft, he will go and check Farron.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be doing fair next. Yeah, I think Yell likes to follow his way of the heroes. So I think definitely makes a lot of sense to go to Farron. Though this potentially could backfire if the Farron way of the hero is referring to a bomb check, which in that case that would not really put any advantage to this, but yeah, so far Zeld's unfortunately seems to be behind by a little bit, as he's entering Elden now, and we will probably learn about like what we need next. So yeah, unfortunate that he chose the wrong decision at the start. So he's getting this Bamboo Island in now. So we're gonna see the Battle of the Goddess check from Average Link, which again was something that Zelda couldn't do on his visit to Farron. Oh, something interesting you might see, I guess I kind of got reminded, we might see Average Link go for early Thunderhead here, as he should know its way to hero, and when you enter Skyview, that sets the flag for the Thunderhead being opened, meaning that you can just very, very fastly just die, do bit, and then immediately RBM to Thunderhead. So we might see him go for that, and then just do an early, like, enter Thunderhead early. Which...
Mids head harp.
Yeah, it was hard. So we all will get to catch him to whatever song gets played on Battle of the Goddess. And it's the Throw song.
The best song.
Weird Jam very accurately describes that. Ooh, I also see an interesting play here. Raid went back to Skyloft. It looks like he wants to go... Probably gonna go do Patro and wants to get this hint stone. A big bottle. That is a required item. So Layer reminds way of the hero.
Has 2 swords.
So that means Lanayru Caves, Lanayru Mines are way of the hero, and we have 2 swords individually of that. Very interesting.
Since power.
Yeah, so Everyone's getting a bottle, which is actually... It is required for the seed, as needed to enter Fire Sanctuary. And we could also get the Oriel and Pero check. Or checks. Because there's actually 3. So we're gonna see what Beetle's shop has today. Ooh, the bomb bag.
Charge.
Oh wait, that's not the bomb bag.
Bombs look a little bit less birdy.
That is a very good description, yes.
Mirage also going back to probably going to Zelda's room.
Right, clearing out the rest of Beetle's shop. Just have to leave and re-enter one more time for him to restock. Also, we're gonna see Average Link do the Great Tree chest, which wasn't available to do like, yeah. It wasn't available for Zelda to do as he didn't have the claw shots, so... Ooh, Ballad of the Goddess on Zelda's room. So Ballad of the Goddess, you might see Mirage and Raid, who looks to be going to do that. They might go run into Thunderhead now, so that is Way the Hero. So more gratitude crystals on Great Tree Chest. That is 35 gratitude crystals.
You know what would be fun? If Patrol is Baron. Because so far we don't have a single Patrol hint.
Pretty sure we haven't seen a Patrol Way the Hero hint or any hints on the items. So maybe he's just Baron. Though, also those crystals could be also Crystal Way the Hero, so you can never be too sure. Also, Raid sleeping tonight here. I don't know how many crystals he has. I think he has 30. Oh, it looks like he's gonna be doing Convletter check, which I forgot he can do. He has Goddess Harp. So he might go he might get some extra crystals here, or just sleep back tonight so he could open Betrot's hut. Yes, it is a U flow seed. Oh my god, it's a flow seed. So yeah, it could very well be terrible. Alright, so we're gonna see what the Convletter check has here. Slingshot seed bag. Completely useless. So unfortunate. Yeah, so we might see a Thunderhead dip from Raid here. More crystals. So now
All the crystals.
So yeah, Bat 50 is now in logic, as we can get 10 individuals. And Bat 50 is blank.
Wallet.
So yeah, Average Link can just go complete Patro fully now. He doesn't need any individuals. That is kind of crazy. Also, he got that Battle of the Goddess hint, meaning he might just do early Thunderhead now, or he might combine it with a bit save later. I have a feeling he's gonna just go do that. Definitely, I think for him it might be the right play because of Way the Hero.
Mirage does a dip to Patrol, and Raid is checking the breakable boulders. Though I haven't seen what the first item was.
I missed it as well. So far, Patro not having anything. The Water Dragon Scale.
Could be big. We have no hint for Lake Floria yet.
It is true, we don't have any hints for Lake Floria, though it is now fully in logic. So, could be potentially big if y'all decides to put off Patro for a while. Also, looks like the Spiral Charge rocks were completely blank, so... And a Heart Metal doesn't do anything. Actually, I guess it could help for Horde, but... Oh, right, no, yeah, it's not in logic. We don't have Slingshot. Right, you need to wake up Earball with either the Slingshot or the Beetle. I'm very good at remembering how logic works. Yeah, Zelda's also back into Farron, so this is already his second Farron trip, though. I think he's going to be following in y'all's footsteps and try and complete Skyview next. Oh! Mirage did the Manip thing. Oh, cool. So Elden Trials blank. Yeah, I missed it, but I think Mirage did the, like, loading zone Manip for Patro. That is a very cool trick. I didn't know you can, like, go backwards through that. Very cool. We're gonna start the Oriel and Para quest. For Murad. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go straight to Thunderhead. But y'all having a little bit of trouble with the spider rolls here. These are kind of precise. Because you can roll through these spiders. Oh no. Sometimes you get like jumps like that, and if you're lucky, Link will just jump back onto the platform. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what's going wrong with y'all's pit rolling today. Yeah, I think he's just gonna give up on it with 2 hearts. So he does have claw shots, so he's not gonna have to like raise the water level, or not lower. He's not gonna have to raise the water level. He can just claw shot straight to the like small key chest, or he might just also bit warp through it. Also, the bomb bag
on Parent.
That actually is very, very good for both Mirage and Raid, because we know Farron's way the hero, and we haven't gotten a way the hero Farron item yet, meaning average Link is probably going to have to double dip Farron, and unfortunately Zelda's probably going to have to triple dip Farron. Yeah. Looks like this Sky trip is going to be paying off. So I'm having a bit of trouble with this tightrope and Spakoblin. Or Zelds. Oh no, the bees found him. I think he just has to reload. Or... The bow.
This can be useful for Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah. The bow doesn't hard unlock anything, but yeah, it is a useful item. And also, yeah. So we might see some use out of it. Crystals behind bars. Oh!
Elden Trail is dead.
Alright, so it looks like... So yeah, y'all, everything's gonna have to do the bit warp to get to the back half of Skyview now, as it looks like the second small key is on the vanilla behind 3 eyes check. So he's gonna have to just bit warp his way around. Though luckily, he's not gonna have to do 3 eyes now, as usually that's a beetle lock check, and it's also the bane of, like, oh yeah, you want to do Skyview, but now you're gonna have to double dip. But yeah, so it looks like just a small key. Actually, it also could be in the digging mitts spot. So, but yeah. Anyways, Yell is gonna be doing back half of Skyview now, and hoping for the boss key to show up.
What would be awful is when boss key is on digging spot, because we have no idea where a single pair of mitts are.
Yeah. Raid he is dipping into Farron now. So, just gonna be playing Battle of the Goddess for Impa. So we're gonna be seeing, I don't think Raid checked this, but we're gonna be seeing the watering hole check here, so potentially something good would very much help out Mirage. And unfortunately, it was nothing. So it looks like Raid is having a bit of trouble with the harp. This is kind of uncat jam. Yeah, it looks like his calibration isn't exactly agreeing with them. Oh no.
I think he got Monka batteried.
Oh no! Quick, Raid, grab the batteries. You should have listened to Fi. Also, Linear Caves key was on Pero Bottle, meaning Sand Sea is now accessible as soon as we get access to Linear. Also, Raid the true speedrunner, grabbing his batteries in pretty quick fashion. I don't know if he had them next to his desk, but if he just had to go running grab them, that was pretty fast.
So,
And Longsword.
S-word.
Very, very interesting, because we do know where all the swords are. So, yeah. I guess I kind of forgot to mention, Caves Key does lock one of our swords, which is in Skipper's Shack. So, yeah, Caves Key is good. Yeah, we do have one sword not accounted for, but our runners are kind of in somewhat, like, they know, they're in sword mode. They know where everything, all the swords they need are.
Well,
Yeah,
because
we know where the other two, yeah. Oh, sorry.
one is in Skipper's Shack. Vanilla Boss Key in Skyview. And the other is on just next to Lanaro Trial Gate.
Yeah, I've been getting very lucky that the boss key was in his last available check. He's gonna be praying that he does not get the dungeon map as his heart container, because that would mean he doesn't have to do either the digging spot or behind Three Eyes, which would mean he doesn't have to double dip Farron. Or, not Farron, Nair. Oh wait, no, we already got the map. Thank you for reminding me, Zelds. Never mind,
Thank
so
you,
he
Zelda,
will...
even though you will never hear us.
Yeah, I appreciate the help. Also, Lake Gear him. Yeah, it looks like we are gonna have to do a double dip, or potentially might have to. Spider rolls are just not being kind today. These spiders just do not want anyone getting past them. It's a very interesting Girahim music. It very much sets the mood. One successful roll. So we're going to be seeing Bomble Rot checks. This is very exciting. Lanero tablet.
Okay, we now are way off the hero item. And it was not, definitely not, the crackers, because Petrol really looks dead right now.
Definitely. Yeah, so that is actually really unfortunate for your Havage Link. That is potentially a very large time loss, because he might not re-dip Farron. No, he might, because he doesn't have his way to hero item yet, but yeah, that could provide a temporary lead for Raid and Mirage. So, right now they are a dungeon behind, due to them doing Skyloft early. So, unfortunately, this is not HD, you cannot roll upstairs. The worst thing about Skyward Sword SD is you can't roll upstairs.
Nice, got this plume.
So Skyview not really having anything besides a singular sword, but
I mean, the third could be a reason for it to be Way of the Hero.
Yeah. I like this Machi music.
This Kikby really was threatening us.
I mean, to be fair, we did just run past the Kikwi and let the Bokoblins, so not only did Machi have to handle the Bokoblins, or yeah, Machi had to handle the Bokoblins. I don't know what he's gonna do to us. He has all the rage.
He learned what it meant to be a master of camouflage and used the technique.
That's what if Machi is the true master of camouflage. Actually, I think Machi is the true master of camouflage, considering that we literally never see him again, I don't think. I think he just disappears after you complete Skyview forever, so... Heart Container for Raid.
And Mirage got the tablet.
Machi just extending blow. A bottle? Good bottle from Oriel. It's putting to rest a lot of concerns about, like... I think we already also saw another bottle, so... Yeah. Bottles seem to be good right now.
This reminds me of the one weekly where Raid got the extended pouch. The pouch opened, and the 5 slots he had before were all filled with bottles.
Oh no. Why are you not rescued? I mean, to be fair, Oriel's bird is injured, so she probably can't get the... Like, she can't get the spores.
It could also be that she ran out of spores.
So, Fire Shield earrings for Average Link, so on Para's Crystals, which very... I mean, not very interesting, honestly. They just allow you to access Summit, but... Yeah, interesting. So... Yeah, we can't... Or no, yeah, you can't access Summit if when y'all gets his bomb bag, so he might go... I guess he could enter Fire Sanctuary right now. He can't complete it, but he can enter it. Oh, does Zelda not... He might not know the bit warp. That would be a valid reason.
I could understand if he doesn't know the bit warp. It's not one that gets used frequently, like Tentacle Skip or so.
So I think we're going to see the Betrow 40, we're going to see the Betrow 40 reward from Zelda here. I believe he does have enough crystals. I think so far everybody who has entered Beetle's shop bought the extra heart container, so for just a little bit of safety for Horde. So as Betrow is showering Zeldan cash in the scale, what's 40? And it is cash. So, I do not believe we saw Floria yet, but right now it's looking like Betrow is completely useless.
So we have a completely useless Beetle and a completely useless Betrow. Am I seeing this correctly?
Yep.
Flo, what
not
did
really
you
close.
roll? This is the first hit. Both of them were dead.
Definitely getting his Battle of the Goddess. He's also going to be doing the Collins letter check next. Also, Raid is in Lanayru and gets the Gus Bellows. So that is a technically required item to get 3 eyes unless you do a backwards route that I don't think anyone besides like CJ knows. So I think y'all probably knows it too, but so yeah, that is also that also blocks a sword, so I believe Raid can go get his Skipper's sword now. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have the whip. But he could technically P-hat RBM, so maybe. Oh, right, you can also do the internet bit warp, correct. That is correct. I don't know how many people know that. It's right there. Just slash it. I guess you can just use like claw shots. So we're about to see Mirage. He's going to be doing the Floria checks, so we're about to see if Patro is any worth at all. And to P. Oh wait, no, this was hinted.
The beetle was hinted, yes.
So far, Lineru is just completely stacked.
I mean, do we know an overworld area that has no hint in Lanayru? Mine's got a hint. Lanayru Desert got a hint. Sansi got a hint, and Caves got a hint.
Are they all way the hero? I guess I did see it. I saw Mines and Caves way the hero.
I can remember that Lanayru Desert has a sword.
Yeah, Linear just has a sword, yeah. The whip! Is that needed? Oh no, that gives you access to late... Okay, so that is actually required. That allows you to get to the late skippers, so... I guess for the route we're doing now with the swords, we know that is a technically required item, meaning scale is kind of required. Again, though, that would change if we find another sword that's not in Floria. Which at this point, it just might be in, just to mock us. Yeah, so we all... Oh, no, wait, yeah. So it looks like Guspels is gonna be... is way the hero. I wonder if that means cleaning crystals is gonna be useful?
Or
No, it is way the hero.
for the Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, it is probably for Fire Sanctuary. Alright, so... Unless we see a P-Hat RBM, which might come from y'all, or basically anyone else who doesn't have the scale right now, we might see a whipless Skipper's Retreat. But yeah, so... If you do Skipper's Retreat RBM, you literally just do not need to access Betrayal the Seed, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, doing Isle of Song, so we could see it. What's in Nero's Wisdom?
Yep, yeah, the sword. Water Dragon Wade the Hero, Song of the Hero. Doesn't matter in the slightest, but I think we already had if Skyloft Trial hinted.
So far every trial is dead. Except Farron, but that's because we don't have a Farron trial hint yet.
Bombag. What else? And an extra wallet.
And the next bag. The less useful bag.
So I'm wondering if we're gonna see a summit play from Yao. He might just go back to Farron because he knows his way to heroes are like he hasn't claimed his way to hero yet, but he doesn't know. I don't know if he might go to. I don't think he's on Betro yet, so he might just think his crystals are way to hero. So it'll be interesting if he did a summit play. By interesting, I also kind of mean like bad. But the Nair's Wisdom also completely useless. Digging
Digging
Mitts.
Mitts. This is kind of huge.
That is very big if... I think I'm going to curse it by saying this, but that's very big if the second Mitz is in the dig spot in Skyview. Because... Yeah, that would... Because we do know Mitz are 100% required, so... And Ray has not done Skyview yet. Which is a small advantage he has over y'all right now, in that, again, he hasn't done Skyview. So he will be able to full clear, or like one-trip Skyview now.
Right, got
Yeah.
this, yes. Mirage got his bellows.
I don't think he will, but I wonder if Mirage will do caves first. No. So... Robot just mugged us.
And this is why I never trust the robot. They will mug you. Zelda's now also doing I Love songs.
So Raid's gonna get his second sword here. Or his first sword, actually.
For us on Restream, it's the second sword on screen, but for him, it's the first sword.
Okay, so Mirage is not very far behind Raid right now. It's interesting how both Mirage and Raid have been basically just following the same basic routing. And, y'all and Zelda are kind of like doing their own thing, as y'all has already completed Skyview, and Zelda's kind of been just like, he's done a lot of flipping between Eldon and Farron. So he entered and never completed Skyview. So y'all just getting showered in items that don't have any worth. Well, they're stacked, but it continues to mug raid, so... Bottle for raid. So one more check in linear remain. Yeah, I'm curious to see if Raid's gonna be doing a Sancy trip. Actually, I don't know if Raid ever got his Caves key. He might not be able to do Sancy yet. Also, C chart, which completely useless. I just guess, yeah, okay. That's good. I probably should be looking at his
There
tracker.
is the triple dip from Zelda, and
See,
Raid is going caves. Floha has no fun with his D key today, as it seems like.
I love Way the Hero and a check I saw that was useless, so...
Elton Volcano something progressive pouch or something.
Let's give C chart to the toilet hand. Great idea.
Isn't this setting toilet paper, so...
Oh no! Pharaoh's courage is our way of the hero in caves. Oh no. Alright, so I guess that means we're probably gonna be seeing Pharaohs. And most likely a shipyard hint. Or they might like Raid might go out of his way to check extra hints now, since it is kinda nice to know what you're doing on your trials, but that's not nice to see at all.
Baron Trial Gate has probably the Elden Realm, as always.
So I am curious to see if Raid's gonna be doing the Piat RBM. I have a good feeling he will, considering he doesn't have Whip. So I think it could make sense for him to go do it. Because two-tripping Sansi isn't exactly the best. And he has already fully cleared the entirety of Lanayru, so...
Second pair of mids. Second beater. Yeah.
Well, Kit, I would say it's more worth it now, though, because you do have a hinted sword, so... You kind of know, like, you have to do this anyway. And plus, I guess from our knowledge, we know that, like, Raid doing Piat Urbium would skip a massive, like, set. He would just completely skip Floria, so that would be good for him. Flying to the sky. Okay, well, I guess he is not going to be doing Piat RBM, which, yeah, kind of unfortunate for Raid, but I think he's probably going to go look for his whip. I mean, it looks like Raid's going to be going to do Skyview next. Or not. I think he's going to be going in the general direction of Skyview now, but... I guess that's fair, Kit. It is kind of from our knowledge. If you're racing, you don't have all the knowledge we have. So Average Link also being the final restream runner to grab his Farron tablet, or his Lanayru tablet. So, despite him already having done Skyview, it's hard to say who's in the lead now. As Yell is also now gonna be very nervous of having to go double dip Skyview, which is a pretty decent advantage that both Raid and Mirage now have over him.
But for that, he has full cleared Farron, which Raid still has open.
Not going to Farron now. Okay, it looks like he's gonna do the Gus Bellows checks in Skyloft, which I don't disagree with, but I would personally think he'd do Skyview next, but... I usually like to get all my dungeons done when they're available. This is probably just a routing difference I have.
And Jarl is doing full clear sky.
I think y'all is gonna be basically full clearing everything outside of Lanayru now. Probably besides Summit. That is... Higher Song of the Hero, so completely useless.
Absolutely useless, because one of the first hints already deemed Scale of Trial as dead.
Actually, something I do kind of question now for Raid is I am really curious to see what's on Farron trial. We know it's something. What something that is, we don't know, but it's something. So
Knowing the hint distribution, it's either on a roller coaster hint stone or Temple of Time hint stone.
well, doesn't I don't think it can be Temple of Hindstone though, because we don't have Hook Beetle, unless Hook Beetle's somewhere currently in Logic, which I guess could make sense, but. I feel at this rate, though, you already know it's something, so it is kind of not worth it to do, like, long extra checks for hints, but... So, Rain missed a speckle of dirt, and Malara's not happy.
As always.
It's generally barren. Mirage showing top of LMF. Also, Ray getting saved by his pouch being full. I do not think Mirage knows that that check is actually not possible to do progression.
Yeah, since this check is generally put together with the nodes, which are out of logic.
Yep. I think it's considered like a mini dungeon, which, since we turn mini dungeons off for these settings, just removes that check. Since it is usually attached to the nodes, but we also have open LMF on in these settings. Yeah, so Raid heading into Farron now. We're mostly talking about Raid, but so far he's the only one doing interesting stuff. Everyone else is just following each other, so... But yeah, so I guess the status update is... Mirage is about to enter Sandsea. He's going to be doing the unseen so far Skipper's Retreat checks. Zelds is just doing some Lene Remain checks, and Average Link is just in the middle of Mines doing checks there. Yeah, it might be where Yal catches up, especially because he does also have the advantage of being able to do skippers now, so he's probably just going to do skippers on his first trip. Though, Raid also has the advantage of entering Skyview with both Digging Mitts and Beetle, meaning if there's a good item on one of those checks, that puts Raid at a pretty decent advantage, temporarily. At least until Yal goes back to those checks. Yeah, so right now it looks like it's really hard to just tell who's in the lead, because Average Link has already finished Skyview, so yeah. And Zelda has already entered Skyview. He hasn't completed it, but he has entered it, so... Yeah. It's hard to say where everyone is. Yeah, so about to see the first digging spot check from Raid. And it is... the small key. Okay, so the item's on 3 eyes. Whatever is not... we haven't seen yet. I guess we just gotta pause champ for even longer. Zelda's getting his first sword. So Mirage has entered Skippers, so I think it's likely... Yeah, he's gonna be full clearing Skippers. So he's gonna
Which
get
is
his
not
sword.
a bad idea.
Yeah, he's already here, so yeah, it makes sense for him to do this now. Yeah, so depending on what is in Skippers, this could either make or break Raid. Earrings were on Para's crystals. Also, Mirage just blew up a Chu. He does know this bomb trick, though.
Mirage wants to whip a bomb, but the cactus doesn't want to get whipped.
I think you had to slash the cactus for it to, like, sway large enough. Or you just get Hook Beetle. Yeah. Good. Real push at it. Come on, Mirage.
We believe in you. Yay! No, not bump yourself with it.
Mirage can do bush teleport. Oh no. Very manga-esque cave. Oh. Yeah, Mirage just decided to take it safe. Not do like this really stupid roll through all the Chus and just take the 50-50 chance you don't get hit. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing the first chest. So Raid did Orphan this check. He just, for some reason, completely skipped it, which makes sense. He probably just wants to come back. So, also, good sync between Zelda and Yell, at least on my end.
Yep, this was a nice sync chart.
Yeah, Yell is showing the importance of good execution, as he was able to catch up completely with Zelda, who was about like a minute ahead. Also, there's a great cactus cam for a second. This is Tantalus in the caves.
Yeah, now coming to the realization that Pharaoh's courage could possibly be way of the hero.
Tantalus get in the caves? That's a good question. Maybe he's just engorged. There. Oh.
That is big. That
Okay,
is really big.
So that is actually incredibly good for Raid, because he's not just going to completely skip skippers. That is really good.
Yep, he can now literally Abaddon Sansi and go directly to Fire Sanctuary, since I haven't seen a good item on skippers yet.
No, there's only one more chance for a good item.
Well, we know in Shack there is a sword. And otherwise it's only free falling. Yes.
Yeah, Flo, Raid just got a sword in 3 eyes. So yeah, at this point it's really hard to say who's in the lead. Yeah, y'all, or yeah, if y'all had the beetle, he could, or not in go mode, but yeah, he could be skipping the sword and skippers, and potentially just be able to completely skip skippers. because so far it hasn't been useful for anything. Final check.
Come on, give us a reason to skip us.
So Rage shooting down the spider. All right, so
skip us this, and without a third would be Baron.
That's
Nice.
either going to be a huge debate, or I think that is really, really good for Raid, because he's about to be really pogging about now. So yeah, I think this actually might put Raid back in the lead. I don't think he's missing anything that Y'all isn't, and he might not have earrings yet, but I think Y'all's next play is just do Farron Trial.
Yep, I could see them going to a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, that is a play. That definitely could happen. So Zeld's making his 4th Farron trip.
How often does Thales want to visit Farron? Yes.
Yes. No, he is gonna. I think he's doing Farron Trial. Yeah. So he is gonna be the first one to show us what's on the Farron Trial. Assuming it doesn't fail hard cancel for a while.
Small key is boss key, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the small key is boss key, kit. Yeah, this does put a... I think Y'all does know the backwards route through Fire Sanctuary. I mean, he could skip Heedle, but... Yeah, essentially, right now, Hook Beetle's the only thing that, Mogmitz is the only thing keeping Raid from Go mode. So the P-Hats and Skippers doing their normal good job. Yeah, Mirage heading back to Patro, I think. Which I think he just wants to get his 40 check, which I don't necessarily agree with, but... I mean, I guess it's probably,
I
again,
also don't blame him, because except for 50 there is no hint on Batro. There's nothing that tells you Batro is, except for the scale, dead.
Yeah, Y'all and Raid alike are both Mogmitz from Goma. And where's Heedle? We don't know where Heedle is. So yeah, those are the 2 checks we are still looking for. Or 2 things we're looking for.
What I just remember, nobody visited Elden since the initial search.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna just go there as soon as their Way the Hero runs out, which is essentially just gonna be everyone on Farron Trial. Which, by the way, is Skyloft Trial, which is really nice because it means we're not gonna have to do Elden and Farron. Meaning we're not gonna just add 2 extra minutes to the seed for no real reason. But...
Why is nobody going for the shipyard hint?
Y'all going to Elden, it looks like?
I can see his way of thinking. I mean, as I said, nobody has visited Elden since the initial, one.
I think... So I need to know what Raid does, but I actually think this is either gonna win him or lose him the race. Because if Mogmitz is on trial, Yeah, it looks like Raid's gonna be doing trial. If Magomitz is on trial, then I think it's GG for Raid, because that if he does no back half route or like the backwards route, he's gonna just be in go mode immediately. If this is Hook Beetle, I think then y'all has a chance. But I think this play is actually like putting y'all in a really bad spot. And also, it looks like Mirage is going to be doing the same, so he's not going to be far behind them, though he still hasn't done Skyview. Also, Raid, not... Well, no, PCats, because you can just enter through backwards, right? Yeah, if you get lucky with the keys, you can just enter backwards. So you're not gonna... You theoretically can skip Heedle. They said if I'm not going crazy, I might just be going crazy, but... Good sound effect on Impa. But yeah, no, like, theoretically, you could be in go mode. And we know where Boss Key is. And we know Boss Key is not Hook Beetle locked, if you know this specific route. Yeah, Boss Key's on 3, third small key chest. Also... Zelda's gonna be finishing the trial soon. So we're gonna see what the check is. Yeah. It is very important information that, yeah, BCats. And so yeah. Again, what we're about to see from Zelda is probably gonna make or break this race. What is... Mitz is on Farron trial! Okay, so... Yeah, y'all get a hint. I think y'all... Yeah, no, y'all, you gotta go back.
I think he's going for the next statue, so he's closer to Fire Sanctuary, and then runs back to Farron.
Yeah, it's definitely the correct play to just go back with. And Ray, you need to go get your mitts right now. No! Raid! No! Stop,
I mean, if he goes into Thrill Taker, he will see the hint and he will go back.
Yeah. Wait. Y'all, what are you doing? Oh, he might be going into Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, I could see that he's going for Fire Sanctuary. It makes sense. He is close and he knows which item he's missing.
Okay. But yeah. Did y'all see the BK hint? Like, he did, right? If he didn't, then that changes everything. Actually,
we saw the BK hint pretty early. I think it wasn't Farron, even.
Okay, check on his layout. Okay, yeah, no, he does know. He knows that boss key is on third small key, he's just not doing it.
As I said, I can understand if he goes if he unlocks the bird before Fire Sanctuary to just start to immediately fly back. I can see his way of thinking.
Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you entering Fire Sanctuary? Yeah, wait, he's just doing Fire Sanctuary, right? Yeah. Yo, what are you doing? Also, why are you wasting
Doing a
commits?
very stupid tactic, he hopes it succeeds.
Yeah, no. Okay, now what Ray needs to do is he needs to put his foot on the gas and say, okay, get the mitts. He's gotta just do that.
Can it be that he tries to key smuggle? That he gets the first small key and then goes, then bit warps?
I mean, yeah, he might key smuggle. Yeah, he might. If it is, then that's good. Then he's being 5-head, but...
Also nice pie music on Fire Sanctuary.
No, Raid skipped the hindstone, no! Okay, he is going back, okay. You were right, B-Cats. Okay, this kinda, I think, ends it for Raid, then. Or he's going back, though. But yeah... wait, save? What do you... Is he bit saving? Or bidding?
Bit warping.
Oh, is he just... But why is he key smuggling now? Is he just gonna... Oh, he's gonna RBM the statue. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah. You can probably just mark down go mode for Zelda, because I think he knows what to do here, so yeah. That should be his go mode. Or at least his no mode. He knows everything he needs. Wait! Hook Beetle! Hook Beetle's in a dig spot.
I mean,
What?
at this point, it was either Mitz or Hedlon in a dig spot. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Ray didn't got the hint for Mitz on Fahrenheit, did he? Ray didn't with the
no,
throw
yeah.
digger.
Ray never got the hint. So yeah, this just puts it farther and farther away from Raid right now.
Raid is putting himself into last place.
He's gonna be so mad when he hears that he just could have won if he had just done fair and trial.
That until we knew what was on fair and trial, he was pretty much ahead.
Yeah, that was his race to lose, and he lost it. It's really unfortunate.
By the way, Mirage and Cell's about, well, at least Cell's about to get TMS.
Okay, so Raid is gonna be, he is gonna do the throw digger hint, he's gonna get it, but at this point, y'all already has such a big lead that I don't know if he's gonna be able to bring it back. I think he already has like a 3 or 4 minute lead, because he has already set up both the statue and, he set up the statue and he is entering fair and trial now, so yeah, this is not looking very good for Raid here. He'll nail in his harp cancel. So yeah, it looks like Raid's just gonna go straight to his fair and trial.
Yep.
I guess y'all can fail the trial, but so nice glowing. Oh, I don't know if Raid has earrings yet. He's about to
I
get them,
think
but
he's getting them right now.
very interesting music.
The chill music on the hunt part and the intense music on the chill part. Yep. This is music random for you.
Alright, you gotta hit the gas. On
Right.
his layout.
Right
Go.
typing go 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 go
Yeah,
on his
right.
layout while he steers his Monka steer bird.
Yeah, come on, you gotta hit the gas, man. And yeah, again, I think if Ray or y'all might fail the trial, but I think that's a very, very low chance he actually does, considering y'all has done this many times. So I don't know if Ray knows Harp Cancel. I like the Guardians Awaken music.
By the way, can we
Oh, no.
appreciate the vanilla key in Skyview?
Unfortunately, Raid misses his Heart Cancel. Adding to the deficit. Heart Cancel. So, I guess in terms of the other racers, I haven't really talked much about them, but yeah, Zelda and Mirage are both in Skyview right now. That was an amazing bunk from Mirage. I don't even know what happened.
Did Cells get a free ice chest?
He did, yeah. I think he just has an update on his layout. I think he got Master Sword already.
Nope, he didn't got free ice chest.
But so yeah, Zeld is in Go mode, assuming he knows back half routing, which if he has earrings and if he knows back half routing, he's in Go mode. He needs earrings. Okay, so yeah, he might. Yeah, he just needs to go and get his Pero's crystals. Yeah, so he's gonna be finishing not very far behind. Again, though, only if he does know back half stuff, which I don't know if he does. Yeah, I don't know if he does know. Yeah.
Does Cells even know how RBM works?
That's a good question.
I haven't seen. Nice demo from Mirage. I haven't seen him doing a singular RBM yet.
So, Ray taking an interesting Skyloft trial route. I think he went through the lower academy area, which is not faster. You kind of want to go like through the upper academy stairs, but yeah, but he already has the Inside Fire Sanctuary statue, so he's just gonna fly straight in and go grab his boss key.
Cells finishing Skyview with Mirage still in the metal outfit.
And while Raid is now finishing up his Skyloft trial.
Under the Magmados.
I don't think Raid knows the angle for thing. Oh wait. Okay, well I guess that works. For the gate cliff. Kinda got it rounded. So we could see Zeld's finishing ahead of Mirage if he does the correct checks, because we do know, like, we know what he needs. Also, shout outs to Yell being in the lava. But yeah, all he needs to do now is go get his earrings and then go do the first digging myths check in Elden. And then he's in go mode. I think Mirage, he already has his earrings, and so I think he just needs to go do the first check. Because I don't think either of them know about back half routes. Zelda's also going to be checking the Din's power and Sin's power check, which I don't think we've seen yet. Although, I think we can confirm it's just not nothing useful. Yeah, it's a gold rupee.
It was a very rich seed.
It was a lot of money, this seed. Which is nice, because you'll have the occasional seed where you just get no money.
Yeah, and literally, Beetle was dead, so there was literally no reason at all to use the money.
That is the boss key for Average Link. Off the G2 he goes. Well, yeah, Raid Zeld's lands in Elden, Raid in Volcano Summit, Rush in East Fire Sanctuary, and Mirage finishing up Skyview. Which does seem to finish up the... I would say this probably is going to be our final placings for the race. Unless, of course, unless something happens, like if Mirage finds his hook, like goes straight for his hook beetle, but I think for now, this is a pretty set placing. So, Yellow's gonna get to do the very fun thing of Master Sword G2, which is ridiculously fast. You do, like, way more damage than it was ever intended for you to do here.
and Mirage having as the only person here their TMS.
And a wonderful map to end
A
off.
nice souvenir of a dungeon he never really did.
Yeah, and average Link in full go mode in gas mode just rushes to Farron Woods. So we're about to see if Ray does know about the back half routing. Your average gas. You have nice Misomasi Man music in Sealed Temple. That was a good bonk on the door. So Zelda, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah. Link is missing.
Link is in lava.
Y'all getting a
Nice
clean
shot,
hard
Skip.
skip. Entering the final barrier for, or I guess second to last. So nobody has finished in the race room yet, so
No snipe so far, but
could happen.
could be that 64 is on G3, on the mice, or leper. There could be a snipe. There's still a possibility.
So y'all struggling to get a Skyward Strike charged. Shaky hands can do that. So I failed to catch if Raid did the backwards routing of Fire Sanctuary. If anyone in chat knows, that would be nice. Or if you know Senra. Don't think so. I think the time matches, but I don't know. And Averaging entering the final part of Demise, or the second to last part of G3. Everything about that sentence just made no sense. So I don't think Yell has a shield, meaning, yeah, he's gonna just have to do like the normal, like, take away the sword and then stabby stab. Getting hit there. You wretched brat. I'm a little early, but...
We know what stands there.
Yell entering Demise. And pumpkin archery music on Demise. Very nice. And GG's to Average Link, coming in in first. That is the victor of the race.
With a nice 1:37:37.
Hello.
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 And by the way,
Oh, wow,
GG's to 64-bit.
64 was quite close.
Yeah, off stream finishing about a minute and a half behind the Average Link, so big GG's to him. Yeah, off stream finishing about a minute and a half behind the Average Link. Yeah, so what were your thoughts on Seed?
I think it was actually pretty cool because even though third small key was required, it had the decency to tell you about that. Also, sorry, my mic was away from me. CJ, if you're watching, did you actually implement like a sometimes hint for that, or is that just completely random? Because that's the first time I've ever seen a boss key be hinted, like ever. Yeah, so when I got Ferori's Courage in caves, I was like, okay, so this has to be something. But Wait, what? Why am I hearing myself? It might be because I'm watching the stream. Duh. Anyway, I but I wasn't sure if it was Hook Beetle or Mitts, so I thought, okay, I'll go. There's a bunch of Hintstones in Elden that I haven't gotten, so I might as well get those first since they're on the way. And then lo and behold, Thrilliger Hintstone tells you that it is indeed Mitts.
Yep. So we were actually incredibly mad because so you had done Skyview way earlier. So of everyone on the restream, you were the only one who did Skyview on their first Farron visit. Everyone else just dipped. So Raid actually he went back to Skyview with Beetle and Mitts, and in Three Eyes was a sword. So he was in go mode if he had gone to do the trial immediately. If he just went to the trial, he in go mode, I think he would have won the race. But he ended up going to Elden, and yeah, so it was pretty unfortunate. But yeah, so you were actually the last one to get the Linear tablet. I think you full cleared almost everything else besides that. Everyone else had gotten it before you had. Which, again, pretty interesting that you did Skyview first and no one else did it.
Yeah, I thought somebody. Also, I swear, the chest near boss door and inside Skipper's shack always has a sword. I don't get it, but they always have swords.
I agree with the near boss door. I feel that one always does have a sword. It's either nothing or a sword, nothing else. But yeah.
Looks like 64 is waiting in the waiting room.
I guess they can tell the story of 64, as I was watching him in the final moments. Hello, 64.
Yeah. So, did nobody else get the hint for the boss key location?
No, everyone did that, I think.
Okay, because I'm so shocked that I managed to finish, like, so close. And I will say I probably would have won had it not been for shaky hands.
You actually were ahead of y'all entering Horde, so yeah.
Like, shaky hands, that's my comment for the races. Shaky hands cost me the W. I'm, like, pretty certain of that. Because y'all dawned, like, right as I entered the Demise fight. So, this time I was on the receiving end of being sniped.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also, like, I heard you guys talking about the Farron trial. As soon as I got Ferrari's Courage in caves, I just, like, I just, like, went straight to Farron to the Farron trial and got my Magma Mitts.
I thought about doing that, but I was also scared it was going to be Hook Beetle, and then I was going to waste a bunch of time. So
yeah, I guess
I
like
waited to get the hint.
Oh yeah, I guess it was a gamble, but it paid off for me, obviously.
Yeah, and if Raid had done what... Raid had literally just finished Skyview, and he would have won if he had just gone to do the trial, but fortunately he did not.
Wait, so we had Ferrari's Courage upon entering Farron?
Yeah, he didn't do Skyview until he had completely cleared Lineiro. Though he didn't have the second sword in Skyview, which is why, like, it was kind of big. Because we were thinking that it was, like, bad because he didn't have the whip entering Lineiro. So, yeah. So,
Where
yeah,
was the
Zelda's
whip?
got... The whip was in, like, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wound up doing P-Hat or BM. I basically, like, when I went into... like, as soon as I got, like, my Magma Mitts and I was like, I'm go mode, because I know that there's a sword in Skippers, I'm like, I'm gonna go to Fire Sanctuary first, just in case there happens to be, like, a sword on the heart container or something, which there wasn't. And then I wound up...
what I ended up doing in Fire Sanctuary, because like I said, I went for the hint first. So once I got the hint, I went up, entered Fire Sanctuary, got a key, did the statue RBM, and then left. And then after getting Mitts, came back, landed at the statue RBM, and then key smuggled to third small key.
Oh. Okay, interesting. So Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What I did was I did the statue RBM, and then I saved at the second statue and did a UA bit warp. So that brought me right to where I needed to be.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, either way, your way might, if you kind of knew, since I guess your way might be slightly faster but it did require 2 trips, but you were gonna have to fly back in anyway, so I guess it's not. Yeah, I guess either way kind of works.
Yeah, shouts to Zelda for buying a sacred shield.
Proves that he doesn't know that he's in go mode. He could actually end up beating Mirage.
I think he might know he's in go mode. I think he did get the hook beetle. I wasn't paying too much attention to him, but
He's still doing Volcano Summit checks, so...
true.
I mean, I did the quick Volcano Summit checks because I'm just like, if there happens to be a sword in here, then... Because again, I delayed going to Sandsea because I'm like, I know that that's just a sword, so I don't necessarily need to do that immediately if I find a master sword.
Mirage. Poured
Mirage
water on
missed the water.
Oof. I have definitely made that mistake before. It's an easy mistake to make.
Alright, so it does look like Zelda's pursuing what you're saying, 64. He just got some extra checks. He is in go mode. Yeah, he knows it. Unless he just doesn't know that waterfall area has a check. In that case, Monk S. But yeah, I think right now, I think I do see Leppa. He's in Fire Sanctuary boss, but yeah, Raid's definitely gonna be the next one finishing, because he's already in Horde. I think Zelda is gonna probably beat Mirage. I think. I don't think Mirage has Hook Beetle yet. So
it's interesting because if Zelda's new, like, I'm not saying that it doesn't, but like, if he knew the strats, like, or like the way to get third small key fastest, he might actually end up beating Lepe because Lepe still has to get the sword.
Yeah, Zelda's routing actually kind of worked out. Like, he kind of just, like, he did like 4 or 5 Farron trips, but like, he was like in our theoretical go mode before UN Raid War, because he had done the MITS check, so he just had Skyview and theoretically like FS to do, but obviously just doesn't know the back half. But theoretically, I think Mirage was first, but he was second to go mode. So yeah.
Yep. Where was TMS?
It
was
was
in
three eyes.
But 3 eyes, which is what made them think Raid could have.
Yeah, Raid could have won there because he could have just skipped skippers, which at the time what we thought was his like big issue, that he didn't have the whip, so he would have since he didn't want to do skippers then, he just left. So we were thinking like, oh yeah, that's really bad for Raid, because if he doesn't find another sword, he has to make an extra trip.
Yeah. I kind of knew I was leaving behind an item in Skyview, and it was just like, because I did Skyview super early.
Oh yeah, same.
So.
Did you just get Billied? Okay, no, he's fine. Billy tried.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Zelda's going to be doing normal FS route. I don't think he knows the bit warps.
Well, I mean, unless he knows how to key smuggle.
If he knows how to key smuggle, if he knows how to key smuggle, I will be so shocked. But nah, he doesn't. Yeah, I would be really shocked if he knew how to key smuggle, considering how new he is to the game.
Especially if he hasn't done a single bit warp before.
Yeah.
He and Mirage don't have a single bit file so far, and I think it's the first time Mirage does one.
Mirage? What? What?
Oh, he's probably trying to do... I don't know why you'd want to do Flats Just or Map Just RBM, but...
Oh, the slingshot. Nice.
I thought about checking that chest, but didn't. Because I'm like, God, if Yao like 5 heads to check that one chest in case it's a sword, then I probably lose.
Yeah, little do you know, I had my swords going in anyway, so...
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
beginning to question what Mirage is doing. Oh no. Okay, thank God the archer's still there. I don't think Mirage knows that there can't be a sword. I guess there could be a sword in matches. He didn't RBM it. I don't really know what he's doing. 'Cause he didn't get a key to smuggle.
Well...
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I don't think...
And that
Yeah.
statue, the statue isn't loaded out of bounds or anything, is it?
I don't think so.
I guess even if it was, if you save and quit, then you'd still be stuck in the wrong map.
So, Raid entering Demise. The status on Lepalog is he's currently in Sansi, so this is gonna be a 3rd place finish for Raid.
But I guess what I have to say about this seed is like despite being a Floha seed, this is probably like one of my favorite SGL setting seeds. Like,
I thought it was quite cool.
It was a good seed, I agree.
like
And
I
again-
like.
Flo, it's the last good seed in a while.
And again, I'm not sure if, because I know CJ was planning on adding 3rd small key as a sometimes hinted check. So I don't know if he implemented that in the latest version, but this is the first time I've ever seen a location hint point to a boss key.
Same. And I mean, that's part of what made this seed so cool, is the fact that you got that location and it was like, well, that made Fire Sanctuary really fast.
Right.
Especially
That's
remove the bad luck part of Fire Sanctuary, which is amazing.
Also, just the fact that also just like, I don't know, like the way of the hero hits just or the Ferrari's courage thing, just like working out that was the way of the hero, and I mean, I guess like technically with my knowledge it could have been a beetle, but I was kind of thinking that I was supposed to have a beetle before entering Skyview for the first time.
Oh, okay. According
And
to Null, it's an always hint now.
Where was water skill?
Petro.
30, I think.
Okay. I think I lost mostly to the fact that I knew that the Farron trial was Way of the Hero, and in my mind it had earrings, scale, or mitts, and I didn't want to do it if it had earrings, or not earrings, scale, because.
Congratulations, you were correct in that you were gonna win, but then you dipped on Farron. So congratulations.
Yeah, where was Hook Beetle?
It was the
like,
first stinging spot.
In Skyview? No, that
It
would
was
be...
in Eldon.
Okay.
You know, it's just a
Digging
little sad that I was too scared to do it, because if it was scale, then I was gonna lose.
On the same token, I also, because like at the time that I got the hint, I only needed mitts to complete the game because I knew where my last sword was. And in my mind, I still hadn't gotten Hook Beetle yet, so this trial could either be mitts or Hook Beetle. So I went to Eldon looking for a hint stone, and thankfully the hint for that trial was on the Thrill Digger hint.
I did get that one, and then I was just on the way to Fair, and I was like, oh wait, I forgot Paro crystals, and then I grabbed it, and it's earrings. I always forget Paro crystals.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, my second Skyloft trip was, like, delayed so long because just, like, all the other stuff. I wound up doing early Thunderhead despite knowing where Ballad was. I don't know if that was a mistake.
I was planning on doing early Thunderhead after Skyview, but when I got the heart piece, I'm like, never mind.
Oh, right. But, like, I still only had 6 hearts, so I was just like, whatever. I just take 2 extra hits from the Baba. Well, I had 6 hearts anyways because I was an idiot and died to the Stalfos, so...
I have, to thank for the victory, I do have the fact that I had audio problems at the start, a little bit. Not because I had audio problems. I looked at Streamlabs after the game started and noticed there was no audio coming through, and I had my audio mixer open while I was getting Fledge item, trying to, figure out what I had set up wrong, and I barely caught the dungeons, and I didn't remember what they were. And the only reason I remembered what dungeons I needed was hint stones.
Wow.
And so I put off Skyview, and I got the sword in Skyview. Both swords. I got both swords in Skyview. Because I went in with Beetle.
Yeah. So actually the fact that I didn't do early Thunderhead made me split my Skyloft 2 into 2 different parts. Because I got the ballad and whatever was on Colin's letter. I think it was like a seed satchel. I got those things and then I left and did Thunderhead and then came back to get the hint and the tro.
Yeah. And I mean, I would have finished a lot faster too. Like, I wouldn't have been so scared to do that Farron trial if I had earrings already. Because then it's like, oh, okay, I've got one thing left for good luck.
Yeah, I think my routing just happened to work out because I just happened to get the bottle, like... Actually, I think it might have been in Farron, and so I'm just like, okay, I can get my mushroom spores now, and, then,
I did Oriel crystals, but not Pyro.
Oh,
Wait.
I think that was, like, one of the very first... I think that was the very first thing I did when I, landed in Skyloft.
Zelds.
Also Zelds, yeah. Having some issues with...
Alright, there's a restream going on. I'm gonna open that up.
Also...
But props to you two for making this pretty close, because I thought that my routing worked out well as well, but apparently I did a bunch of things that other people did not do, so this made it quite close.
I mean, I feel like I got lucky in a little bit of it, that I just happened to make the right decisions. Like, things like I skipped Colin's letter, which, I don't know, maybe that's like... But that just happened to work out.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you had done early Thunderhead, you wouldn't have another reason to go to Academy, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
And
The only, like, quote-unquote risky thing I did was skipping Northeast Desert and Chest Next to Trial.
I did the same thing.
After getting the Mitts and Hook Beetle.
I did the same thing.
I can't skip checks. I was very happy when Three Eyes had a sword. Very happy.
I see.
It's just like if I had not, because after I got the Bellows was Way of the Hero, right? There was a beetle in Mines, but the beetle was hinted, so the Bellows had to be the Way of the Hero item. So I went to Skyloft, and in my mind, the routing was going to be Oriel crystals, Baby Rattle, cleaning crystals, and then Paro's crystals. But after I did cleaning crystals, I just kind of forgot to do Paro. That cost me a lot of time. And I was just scared of scale, because it wasn't hinted. I knew it was Way of the Hero. And if I did that trial for scale, I was...
Does Mirage not know that this is not in SGL settings?
I don't think so.
By the way, Bellows is Way of the Hero because you need it to get to the third small key.
I knew I was going to do
Fun
that
fact, that used to not be the case, and this seed could have soft locked otherwise.
Oof. Yeah, no, what was the Bellows... Right, no, I was gonna do the routing I did in Fire Sanctuary anyways, because I knew Bellows was Way of the Hero, and it could have been a small key, but it's worth taking that chance, because I'm gonna be full-clearing the dungeon anyways, if it's not there.
Oh, so you did not get the hint on where the boss key was.
I did. But
I think he's talking about Skyview. Or,
oh, Skyview.
No, I don't know.
No, he's right. I almost didn't get that hint.
Zelds, that's the wrong order, no.
I wouldn't have got the hint if I wasn't too scared to do Farron Trial, but I didn't want to do the unhinted Farron Trial.
Also,
So
Yell, I think you're like way ahead on Zeld's.
Oh, I'm watching the multi-stream and not the restream.
Yeah,
That's
so you're
why.
spoiling the restream.
So were the
Damn,
commentators earlier. And it's the commentator's job to be on time.
Anything
I'm just
particularly
erasing.
funny, Jasnix?
From you or
From
anything?
Just from anyone.
I know Mirage. He also did top of LMF check.
He keeps
Uh,
I think I told him it's not in logic.
Let's see. What else was there?
Oh, Lila, I
mean-
don't think it's your fault. I think that's just the nature of how the commentator page works. I don't know. I might just have extra delay. And that's why I thought it was...
Also, very uncharacteristically bad horde from me today. I think I was just nervous.
Well, you couldn't see it on Restream because it was off my cropping, but I put hit notes there partially for the commentator's sake, and I put a sad face next to third small key boss key.
Yeah, I had to
mean,
double check you saw that
That was
hint.
such a good hint.
It
It's
was-
such a good hint.
I mean, it's a good hint, but it's also sad to see.
It's
Yeah,
not a bad check if you know that's all you have to do, though. You just
I suppose that means that...
Yeah, I mean, it was like as well. Here's the thing too. As soon as I saw that hint, I knew that I did not need to bother getting the beetle in mines. Like I basically Well, I got the Gust Bellows from the landing chest and then just went straight to caves because I'm like, well, I'm so close to go mode. I'm just gonna kind of just play a bit risky. And I kind of just bounced from Way of the Hero region to Way of the Hero region.
At that point too, so once
Yes.
you got the Farron,
Or well, actually, no, I did have scale, but I never actually wound up clearing the rest of Lake Floria. I did like the one check, so I did not have whip.
I never went to the Tro at all. That shed is still closed on my save file. But
Yeah, I just like. I don't think I will.
Already had scale, and you only had one possible Way of the Hero item left.
Technically, it could have been another. It could have been the other beetle. Like, so there
right.
was a small element of risk in what I did, but
Alright.
it wound up. I mean, it wound up working out because it was the other mitts, and
I didn't even think about the other beetle. I knew it had to be I thought it had to be earrings, scale, or mitts. I didn't remember there was a beetle. But I found it before I did the trial anyway.
Yeah.
So Zeld's got his boss key, so he's gonna be finishing up FS now. I don't know if he knows the bit warp or not. So if he doesn't, he's just gonna be doing the normal route. Then hopefully he knows that you can just put in the boss key and you don't have to do basement. But I don't know if he does. Yeah, it doesn't look like he knows the bit warp. Oh, actually, Raid, I have a question. Did your batteries die during the race?
When?
Because, like, there was a time when your Wiimote just disconnected.
No! That was... Oh my god, I totally forgot I lost, like, 2 minutes to that. It just happens every now and then where I'm playing the game, and I'm having no calibration issues at all. And specifically Ballad of the Goddess always ruins my calibration.
Oh yeah, I did see you were having harp issues, yeah.
Yeah, I was having harp issues, so I took out the batteries and to recalibrate it, because you can't manually recalibrate in the Ballad.
Interesting.
So, yeah, no, I wanted to recalibrate, and I mean, even after I recalibrated, it still didn't work, so I just had to find wherever the hell my Wiimote thought center was.
Yeah, I think Senna and I thought that your batteries died mid-match. So yeah, that was interesting.
I just... Oh. I'm interested to see if Zelda can do plats quickly.
Yeah, Mirage doesn't even... I don't think Mirage knows... Or yeah, he doesn't have Hook Beat, also he doesn't even know his Go mode, so... Yeah, I think... Assuming Zelda does not make any hour-long horde mistakes, I
Mirage
think this is his
should
race to
know
lose.
Mirage should know the bit warp.
I know Mirage knows the bit warp, but I don't think he knows backwards routes. Because if he did know backwards routes, he would have finished like 30 minutes ago. He would not be looking for his Teedle right now.
Beetle.
So I don't think he knows it.
Yeah, no, I'd say I just did the Zelda. Oh, you finally got him. I just did the bit warp, got the boss key, and then for some reason I went back to the first room to do the overworld statue RBM. Instead of just doing it at the statue I respawned at when I death warped after getting boss key. I didn't realize until I was back in time. I was like, wait, I didn't need to go back to the first room to do this.
That reminds me, because
It's this check.
y'all, you actually just gave us like, you made us all panic because you entered FS and you like began doing it and we are like, oh my god, did you not get the hint? But then you just got this key and you actually did a really good route there with like the getting the thing. So yeah, I applaud you for the smart routing.
What did you do, y'all? In FS?
So I don't know if he's here.
Now what he did was he got the small key, did the statue RBM, and then just left, got his magma mitts, and then came back and landed in front of the boss door and then backdoored the third small key check.
Yeah.
So he did key smuggling that way. What I did was I didn't quite think of that. And I guess like what I wound up doing, which was a little bit slower, was I got the small key. I went into the next room, saved at that statue, and did the UA bit warp from there. So that put me right at the on the
Exactly
bridge
what I did.
on the correct map.
That's what I did.
Okay, yeah.
And then you death warped back and then did the overworld statue RBM?
Well, I had already done the overworld statue RBM, so I just death warped, left to the dungeon, and then flew back in.
By the way, off stream, GG's to Lepa, finishing in 4th with the time of 2:07:32. GG's.
Did you let me?
GG.
I don't know if he's gonna be coming in for an interview.
Because I've been saying Lepe. Have I been saying his name?
I think it is Lepa, but I always just said Lepe.
Okay.
Or I kind of switch between how you say it. I don't know. Although I think it is correctly pronunciated Lepa.
Mirage does know the bit warp, so what?
I have no idea what he's doing, to be honest, because he knows the bit warp, but he doesn't have a key. So I'm just confused.
Is he doing a bit warp or statue RBM? Because if he's doing bit warp, that's not.
He's doing bit warp. So yeah, I don't know.
Also,
Wonder if
opening the bit menu or opening the file select here, like when you're facing the bazaar, is so slow because the game lags horribly when you're facing the bazaar with file select open. So the movement we always try to do in Back in Time is to try to always have the splash screen up when we're facing towards the bazaar.
I'm glad I got to use my Bitmagic file.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always gonna get to use your Bitmagic file in like a Skyview Fire Sanctuary seed.
I know, but like, what if the boss key had been hinted to be on like Magma Mitts?
I mean, if he was
Well-
hinted on Magma Mitts, this race would have just been completely different.
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause, I mean, I would have lost by a lot more because I forgot the fire shield there.
No, you would have won by a lot more because y'all just never got Hook Beetle.
Yeah, but
Or he might have gone to it like immediately, but yeah, he never even got Hook Beetle up to that point. And you had it by the time, like you would have had it before he would have. At least I think he would have. So yeah.
yeah, no, I wasn't gonna try heatless element or heatless fires.
Mirage, no.
No, he's not blind.
Yeah, it's just furthering the lead that Zelda has. Yeah. I'm hoping Zelda has a good horde.
I don't know. The last horde he did still was like 45 minutes. It's possible, but
I mean, like even like I did see like a lot of his horde in the first race, and it looked like there were a lot of attempts that he had that got really close and just kind of fumbled it in the end. So like it's very possible he could just pull out a first try horde in this race. Because a lot of it
like,
too is kind of like especially if you're not great at horde, just comes down to the enemy RNG. And if all the Bokos and the Stalfos give him favorable RNG, he can just plow through it really quickly.
I need a better setup. Oh, Mirage. I need a better setup for if I screw up the positioning on horde skip, because I knew horde skip wasn't gonna work before the moblins even spawned. I just knew I was too far to the right. But I just need a different thing I can do when I end up too far to the right.
Yeah, that's. I pretty much, I'm also kind of dependent on getting in the right position. If I wind up not in the right position, it's pretty rip. I actually, was kind of fumbling it a little bit, because, like, I don't know if it was I don't know, but, like, in my move, I guess because I wasn't on restream, but, like, my movement, like, going into the second barrier, like, I kind of had an awkward grip on the control stick, so I was like, this may not work out, but then, like, I think when I rolled into the stamina fruit, I was able to kind of adjust my grip on the control stick and get the right position anyways, and then I got horde skip fine. And it was my first half of horde was maybe the best I've ever done it with master sword. But then the second half was where I was struggling because of shaky hands. Which, my dot comment that's not visible yet is I lost the W to shaky hands. Because I'm convinced I lost over a minute because my hands were shaking and it was extremely difficult to get a Skyward Strike. I also missed out on getting the lightning in the end of the demise fight because my hands were shaking.
There's a difference between, like, man, I messed up one thing on horde, and if you lose time in horde and demise and just like in a few different places, it's if I go through and look at all of these different mistakes that I can add up to a win. You were really close, though. I didn't realize until you said over a minute. I'm like, you were that close? I checked the time, but...
Yeah, Gal dot dawned as soon as, like, I entered the demise fight. And my demise fight was just bad
Mirage,
because...
Mirage.
That's unfortunate.
He's gonna get killed by the Mike Monos. What? I always get killed by the Mike Monos in that situation. He pops up under the platform. Kills me.
Yeah, it's RNG. Sometimes the McManus is nice. Wait, how did Zelds not have already done the ballad check yet? Or did he, like, go straight to Farron at the start?
He went straight to Farron at the start.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Because Harp was hinted. There's no way you go to Elden and don't get it.
Well, no, he just didn't go to Elden first, and then I think he found Farron where he was like, oh yeah, Farron's a good idea, and it was not. But yeah, I understood why he did that. But yeah,
it makes sense, and like it was just.
I need to add a comment. 64. When you went to Farron, did you have the bomb bag? First trip?
Not on my first trip, on my second trip, but as soon as I got the bomb bag, I think it was in Thunderhead, I just rushed it back to Farron because I'm like, I know there's something useful behind one of those bombable checks. And it was at that point that I also then went to Lake Floria to check the Floria hint.
Yeah,
and the one item there.
I made a lot of dumb choices and forgetful things. Like, I forgot to get Paro Crystals. I didn't want to do the trial because I thought for sure it was going to be scale. Because that was in logic. The trial was in logic before Skyview. So. And the fact that my Wii remote just decided it didn't want to work during Ballad. But other than that,
Yeah.
I think I played fine. I routed okay. And you can see the conservative routing paying off because I am now starting to finish like a solid amount of time playing Yao every single race.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat Yao with this routing, but if I want to have just good qualifier scores, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, God, I wish this were a qualifier, because this would be, like, probably, like, the best time. Yeah, I probably, if that happened in a qualifier, that would be like, yep, that's the last qualifier I'm doing. I could only hurt my score by doing more.
Yeah, this was a very good showing, 64.
Yeah. I mean, heck, like, I think, Reed, like, there was one race, like, that you got really close to Yal.
Was that the race where I beat Jazz?
Yes.
I think that was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, couldn't remember if it was Jazz or Lepe, and in that, I forgot that Jazz was commentating.
Yeah.
I could have just said you. Yeah, just gotta get rid of the bad habits that I got when I was new. It's a process. I still am new. Why does Zelda have a sacred shield?
I mean, there were so many rupees in this seed, why not? And so many wallets.
Why not the wooden shield?
Probably just for the swag.
Yeah, sometimes I will buy, like, iron or sacred just because I'm like, I have the rupees to burn.
Yo, Zelda's got Horde Skip, let's go!
Let's go!
Nice.
Oh man!
You got Horde Skip and I didn't. Let's go.
Yeah, so hopefully he can get through the rest of this just fine.
I think he should have a fairy, so yeah, I think this might be a first try Horde from him. Let's go.
That's a Horde? That's crazy.
Young runner growth.
Yeah, he is taking some damage on the Stalbos phase, but
Also
if
pick
he
up
just-
hearts. So yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
true. The
my
heart
fairy
metal
is
will help.
I never.
But,
I never do
yeah,
it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
please
no.
pick up the heart.
Oh no. Okay, just please don't die to archers. Please, if you have a fairy, then it doesn't matter, but please do not die to archers. I will be so sad.
Dude, it took me like 3 months to figure out how to get past archers. Archers are so hard to not die to.
No! Please have a fairy.
Ouch.
He is a fairy.
Yes!
He has a fairy.
Okay, he should be fine, but he needs to run. Monka! Monka!
Okay, if it doesn't get hit by G3 or
Well, no, it doesn't matter if he gets hit by G3, but it's if he gets Billied or not. Come on, Billy, just be nice.
I'm going
Billy,
to
you get
pretend
a
I
raise when
didn't
your
see
lips
what Yal
self-slip.
said in chat, because I think Yal is spoiling things again. Dan's game.
Yeah, I was so scared that he got Billied because of Yell. He made it!
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
And he'll have an extra hit for the final 2 bosses.
I think this is also...
I'm sure I know he's practiced them a lot, but I think the knives will be the biggest thing.
So I think this is like gonna be pretty much it. I think Zelda should be good for Horde, but yeah, no, this is by far. I know this is Zelda's best rando, and I think it's also gonna be his first time ever like winning or like, quote unquote winning a race. So huge props to Zelda's.
He is
Yeah,
winning
crazy.
over Mirage. That is for him something.
No, yeah, no. He started playing like a week or two ago, so yeah, this is pretty huge props to Zelda. Had a great showing today.
He's improving faster than me, and I'm like 8 years older than him. Feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like being younger is almost a little bit of an advantage in speedrunning. Just like, I think it just...
Okay, but there's a limit. Like 13 is really young.
Because I am just cheating with my...
Shut up, baby Jim.
Mirage beat me before because I think that was the seed that me and 64 ended up full clearing.
Yeah, the one last week was, yeah, just a little unfortunate. I think that was, yeah, because that was the one where, like, Betro had everything, but, like, none of it was hinted. Or at least it was hinted in really bad locations. But that was the race that taught me the lesson of I need to prioritize Betro a lot more highly than I had been previously.
I mean, today, like, if I had not made the mistake... Oh, he died.
Yeah,
if I had not made
sorry.
the mistakes I did, then I would have won because I didn't go to Betro.
Well, yeah, I also prioritized Betro about the same, but I don't think it really cost that much time because there were so many crystal packs. Like, I without even I never collected a single gratitude crystal. It was all just 5 packs I had accumulated, and I had bat 50 before I went there.
Yeah, no, there was a point where I had bat 50, but I kept putting him off because I didn't think there was going to be anything there.
To be fair, except for Scale, you could easily look past him.
Mm.
And
you know,
Scale was only needed for getting Whip to get the third on check.
No, it was logically required for Skyview because one of the small keys was...
Mirage taking a death to the archers. That's really unfortunate. I think he has to go back to the start. Oh no, he's here. Okay, he did save.
Oh yeah, no, because one of the small keys was locked on the Scale and Skyview. But it's like one of the dumbest logical locks. It's just if you screw it up, you can't actually get the check. And you can lock yourself out of it without Scale. So it does need to be Scale locked.
No, Mirage, please, just...
Murder them. Destroy the child.
I know, if you have an arrow, just shoot him. Oh, that dodge though.
You can quickly... Okay, he did manage to get through.
The 2 heart I came through Fire Sanctuary with 2 hearts and a weekly. I don't remember which weekly it was, but the commentators were freaking out because I was just claw-shotting through there with 2 hearts. But they weren't freaking out nearly as much as I was.
Zelda's having a little bit of issues with his calibration here. Getting a lot of upspin instead of stabs, but if he keeps his shield bashing game up, he'll be good. So the darts not even like close to damaging the shield.
Yeah,
I think
it could be Dolphin.
No, I mean, it could be his Bluetooth adapter, whatever he's putting it on, but I had problems for a little while, but it was problems I would have had on the Wii anyways. Dolphin's motion controls, besides on Ballad specifically, were fine all the time.
I think we'll see. I know he's
been
interested in doing consoles, so I think we'll see if it we'll see if it gets a lot better. I think it will. So you wretched brat.
I mean, that's in a way, I think what happened to Yal too was like in his earlier races, he had issues with motion controls on Dolphin, and then he switched to console, and he's now the behemoth that he is now.
He's on Dolphin.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to play on Dolphin for a bit because it just looks so good, but like I never bought a Dolphin bar, but like yeah, it's just the calibration's just really bad.
Ooh, I actually
you know, Dolphin loses time over USB loading overall. But I did actually have a time save today from Dolphin, and I don't know what caused it. I don't think it's a big deal, but I thought I'd point it out. Like, when I was doing the bit warp, I think, I noticed that the game just looked like it was, like at one point it looked like it sped up. But it's because when the frame rate isn't locked in gameplay, it goes up to 60. You can see on the
Yeah, when
screen.
you're like, when you're bit
Specifically,
warping.
when I did the bit warp, the save happens much faster. Like,
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're bit warping, like you'll see the prompt. It just like moves really fast. It looks really weird, but yeah, I have noticed that just before. It does exist
Yeah,
on consoles too.
Yeah, it's the and also Dolphin doesn't emulate the lag correctly, so there's a lot, like for instance when I talked about the like file select menu in bit earlier, like that you do not get nearly as much lag on Dolphin as you do on console.
as long as your computer's powerful enough.
Zelda did take a death to Demise, but at this point the lead he has is so ginormous that I don't think it's gonna end up mattering all that much.
Mirage also to go back to bombs.
It does look like he knows some of the Demise strats. He knows the beginning part, which is good.
Yeah, he knows that you can do jump slashes in phase 1. He doesn't know how to do it though.
I don't think he knows how to like the shaking the remote thing, but to be fair, I didn't know about
Was
that for a
3
long time
knockdowns,
too.
Or was that 30 hits?
That was 3 knockdown.
Okay.
Oh no, he just got blasted.
Was a
I don't think
really
he knows
brutal
the phase
death.
2 strats.
No, to be fair though, the phase 2 strats are really intimidating, especially when you're new.
I've had a thing recently where I just missed the backflips because I'm so terrified. Cause like not only is it at the end of races, it's also like you backflip or you get smashed, and it's
also-
kind of terrifying.
I also got a knockdown somehow, because I hit him 5 times and then he blocked my next hit, and I swung again so that he'd attack so I could do the backflip jump slash, but I knocked him down with that other hit. It's the what's that strat called again? Where you just keep hitting him. Like there's no shield or backflip, you just keep hitting him. It's and then spin attacks on him again.
Just
Are you saying
a
like the
little
one where
question.
you?
At
Are you
this
saying the
point-
one? Or yeah.
At this point, are we asking ourselves what Mirage is actually doing?
No.
He got the boss key, he's death loping.
I think he is successful. Yell did this actually.
I had a bomb, so I death loped with the bomb. That did look like an unintentional death when you said that. I was confused.
Y'all, I immediately just need to retract that statement. You didn't do that. Battle Cats did that earlier in his other race, so yeah, I was wrong. Other race. Other you did that in the other race. So Zelda's taking another death to Demise, unfortunately. Because you died to the Moldorm underground, I think. I don't know. And I thought y'all did that, but yeah, it was just you.
Mirage has a very clean horde. He has a chance. But Zelda would have to screw up a few more times.
I don't know if Zelda's gonna screw up long enough though to that.
Well, I mean, I've had
horde.
30-minute hordes. Arms had 30-minute hordes. Like when you're new, Demise, or not horde, Demise. Like you can just keep getting smacked down. Especially if you don't have a handle on the motion controls yet. Like he clearly doesn't. But he learned horde so fast.
Just his demise could he practice a bit more?
And
I mean, yeah, it just takes a lot of practice just to get the muscle memory down. Like, there's a difference between just, like, knowing the strats and being able to execute them.
yeah, but, I mean, believe me, this whole learning process is super fresh to me. But the fact that he's so consistent on phase 1 after so little time playing is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just comes back to the like, I think in part it's just easier to develop muscle memory when you're younger. So it's like when I was learning this game, like it took me forever to develop a lot of the muscle memory for stuff like this, and then I see people like Yal just instantly pick up everything after like 2 repetitions, and it's like, yeah, it just has to get the lightning. Lightning. Ah, didn't have the Skyward Strike ready.
Come on. That's not gonna make it. No. I don't know if that was his first or second knockdown, but come on, lightning. Come on. Side hop. Yes. Shoot. Yes. Attack. Yes. Don't spin attack. Yes. Hooray.
Yay!
GG's. Zelda.
When I said I think he's got it, I said that because I saw him finish in race time.
2:30:30.
Yeah. Everyone's spoiling the restream stuff on Restream today.
Hey, I was
Dan's
vague
game.
about it.
I mean, to be fair, it finished on the restream, so.
Yeah. I'm just giving people a hard time for yeah. Because that's what I do. Yes, Yal, but Billy is not one of the archers. Billy is one of the Bokos in the very, very last part of Horde.
And I feel bad. I can't recognize Billy when he's with all his friends like that. An archer did kill him. He just had a fairy.
I don't know why I typed it in chat, but yeah, Zelda, join the interview.
Let's see if he can find the waiting room. Don't you have to be in the ZSR Discord to be restreamed? No, that's for commentating. I don't know if he's in. Be surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah, well. Yes. The restreamer looks like posted the link in the race time, so we should be able to see that. Yeah, meanwhile, it looks like Mirage is gonna go ahead and finish this one out, which... I mean, he is still very close to the end. He just has to beat G2.
This is about where I was when Yal finished.
Yeah, I was... Yep.
But, yeah, then I had a terrible horde.
That happens. I mean, I was like, it was ironic, like, usually I struggle with G3, but, like, my G3 was fine. My demise was, was bad.
Why does he keep charging Skyward Strike?
I don't know.
Why not? He has TMS, so
I guess
why
that's
not?
fair.
Oh, I also went to Sandsea. I went and got the statue at Skipper's.
Yeah, I saw you did that raid. I thought you were gonna just do P-Hat RBM.
Oh no, no, it's a little too risky for me. But I was under the impression that I was gonna be going back to Skipper's, so I figured since I was leaving Lanayru through caves anyways, I'd just go there now.
Alright, so yeah, Mirage finishing his final dungeon.
Props to him for finishing it out, though. He forfeits. He's getting past the forfeiting every race that he had for a while.
And I think Zelda showed up, so big GG's, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, thanks.
Uh,
The end
just-
there was really stressful. Like,
you didn't know if Mirage was gonna finish while you were dying to demise.
yeah, I didn't know where he was. I thought he was like at Horde.
Well, I just like props on how fast you've learned Horde. Like,
That's my second time getting Horde skip.
yeah,
Ever.
It's, you know, Horde took me way longer to learn. You've only been playing Rando for a little over a week.
Well, I've
And
been
that's-
playing it for longer, but
Yeah, you do Horde skip like once when your seeds take 24 hours. 12
Yeah.
hours. So yeah, just GG.
yeah,
It's
thanks.
when I saw you in Fire Sanctuary after I finished, I was like, what? Really fast play.
Yeah, like I saw people finishing, and I'm like, I'm gonna get last, aren't I?
But so I guess actually like fun thing about your race builds. So you were actually in Go mode, significant or like not significantly, but you were in Go mode second. Mirage was actually in Go mode first. You just didn't know it because so something you can do is like you got the hint on the boss key being on 3 like third small key chest, correct?
I didn't get any hint. I was looking for the boss key, and once I found it, I skipped everything else because I knew I could go do Horde.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't gonna bother finding the TMS because that just wouldn't be worth it.
Okay, so yeah, there was a hint for the boss key, and the boss key, like the boss key area was hinted. So so theoretically you were in Go mode because there's a specific route you can do a Fire Sanctuary where you take a key and then enter the third small key area backwards. And so if you like, I doubt you knew that, and considering you've not been playing Rando for very long, but you were technically in Go mode really fast because you had everything you technically need to beat the seed. But yeah, you ended up just going to get Hook Beetle and then did a full FS route. So yeah. Yeah, so there's a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Fire Sanctuary for everyone but you and Mirage only took like 6 minutes, maybe. 7
Yeah,
minutes.
because everyone else just took the hint and then did like their own way of like entering through the back. So yeah.
Did you never go to Lake Gloria to get that hint stone?
How did Average Link do Fire Sanctuary without Hook Beetle?
We all did Fire Sanctuary without Hook Beetle.
Yeah, if you
It's,
enter through the back, if you enter through the back entrance of FS, you don't need the Hook Beetle because you can do a bit warp to skip the first part and then or just do an RBM. You do either a bit warp or an RBM to skip the first area that requires Hook Beetle, and then you just jump straight into the third small key area.
If you can see what we did if you go back and watch from there. Yeah, and what Lepo
I don't
said.
really know anything about back in time. I've gone back in time, but it's like I'm just running around on the title screen. I don't know what to do.
And
Yeah, I would recommend like learning some like the basics of GNU with Bit because like just look because essentially what you should learn is there's like do you know how to do the Earth Temple entrance RBM? It's like the one with the gravestone.
No, I don't.
Learn that.
That's for
Yeah.
Tentaclus skip, right? I've seen people do it.
No, that one just to like Tentacle Skip. There's one, but like the ones I just learn how to do bit warps because they can skip a lot of like dungeons and stuff. That's basically like how most fast routes are made. Learn ET like Earth Temple entrance and the Peg RBM, and then learn Fire Sanctuary stuff. And that's all you really need to learn with Bit. You don't need to do Tentacle Skip. So yeah, I just learned those, and
if
yeah,
a
just
seed has Earth Temple and you don't know the RBM to open the Earth Temple door, there's no way you're winning that race.
yeah, because getting 5 keys is really, really slow.
Everyone else is just gonna skip past the door.
Yeah, if you want to learn those RBMs, I don't think there's specific tutorials on
Small
them.
chance
But
that you actually get all 5 key pieces first, but
I have had a race recently where I got all 5 key pieces. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
No, I wasn't
yeah,
going.
it's just very unlikely that you're gonna get all of them first. Like, but occasionally, like if they're placed very early in logic, it can happen.
Lepe, only if you rush start flags for Earth Temple key pieces, Kappa.
Yeah, so if you want to learn those, I can just send you some stuff about I think there should be some videos of tutorials I could send you. So
I know you've been asking around sometimes in my streams when I do something in Back in Time what exactly it did. So it's good to be inquisitive in that sense.
And the Team Flights taught me everything I know besides Earth Temple or which Yao taught me in my own stream.
Yeah, Earth Temple Door RBM, I remember back when I first played Rando in January, because it's my first time playing this game ever. Well, not playing this game, but first time speedrun, non-casual. Anyway, I had a seed where I had 4 out of 5 key pieces and I beat Skyvy, which is my other dungeon, and I got the Amber tablet and I'm like, screw this, because I was in Go mode otherwise, so I just went and learned the RBM there because I didn't want to find the last key piece.
I remember when you were teaching me the RBM, but that was before I knew you had to save before activating Back in Time.
Oh no.
And you,
oh no.
I didn't. So I didn't save, and then I jumped into the lava and died. And I pressed the home button to reset the console, and I looked in chat, and there were just 3 all caps messages that just say save. So I just respawned normally and then saved.
You want to give quick props to Mirage. That was a very clean horde he just had.
Yes.
It's nice to have TMS for that.
I'm the only person who had who didn't get one skip today. If you're too far to the right, when you...
Then the moblin will spawn too far to the right for you to be able to run up. And if you're too far to the left, then the one won't spawn there at all.
Yeah, I know. But if you're just a little bit too far to the right, and you don't have a good angle, just run and hold Z.
You can try running and then pressing Z, because I know sometimes if you're too late to pressing Z, or you press Z for too long, then Link will sort of adjust his angle to be forward, and that way you won't go over the edge.
Yeah, it's because today I knew that I wasn't gonna get horde skip before I even tried to do it, because I knew I saw where I was, and oh, that's too far to the right. I'm not gonna run up the moblin shield and just not go over the wall. I'm not gonna go.
There was one race where I got second try horde skip I failed it the first time, but one of the moblins was still alive, and so I just kept trying to run up its shield, and eventually it worked.
That was funny.
Yeah, although I feel like after a certain number of retries,
Yeah, after a while it doesn't matter.
It becomes not worth.
Unless you have
Also,
Master Sword, because third barrier is kind of slow with Master Sword.
Even so,
I had to use a fairy today. I wouldn't have grabbed the fairy if I didn't need a commit in Fire Sanctuary either. But I needed to commit, and I didn't have Slingshot. And I'd already done the water pod cutscene, so I just grabbed the fairy.
Oh, you could have shot the arrow pod. That's what I did for my commit.
Yeah, but I grabbed the fairy just because, it's barely less time.
Okay.
Barely more time, and I have a fairy.
This is my first time not getting last in a race.
Yeah, huge props. I think you're going to be the first case on the... Because I thought this would have happened a lot earlier. I think you're going to be the first case on the head-to-head sheet where somebody has no positive records, but still has a win against somebody else. In that, there's a column on my sheet for...
No, Mirage was the first to that. Because he beat me, remember?
Well, let me look at the sheet right now.
I don't know if that was after Zelda started, because if he beat Zelda on his first race.
Yeah, that was after Zelda started, I think.
Okay, because I was gonna say Mirage didn't have any positive records because for his first 15 races he forfeit.
Yeah, Yeah. Also, I want to say a hard no to what Lepilog said in chat like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no thanks.
I jokingly said only if you rush the start flags for extra key pieces, but even then, like that's
I
an
just-
addition, not a replacement.
I like Earth Temple a lot. I just don't like key pieces.
I
Yeah,
had no idea there was a Zelda Speedruns 4 channel until today. Also,
There's also Zelda
Yeah.
Speedrun 7.
what?
I don't think they use it for anything.
This is ZSR 7.
There's some weird number that they don't use for anything.
I know there. Like I remember, I found out pretty quickly that there was a Speed Gaming Live 6, and GG.
Shaking my head.
Yeah, GG's to Mirage.
BCAT spoiling. You should ban him from commentaries.
Yeah,
But
BCAT's
GG
your
Mirage.
band.
Yeah, no, that was. I saw him finish, and then I saw him get into Demise, and that was clean. That was
But
better than mine.
we have to wait till it's in the chat, Battle Cats.
Wait, what? I'm not Battle Cats.
Yeah.
Oh, Battle Cats.
No, he's
She's
in
talking.
chat.
She's talking to
Okay.
chat.
Chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for.
Oh my
At
God.
least now there's another step forward in hints because the always and sometimes hints for dungeon checks are now here. So
Oh my God! I didn't realize, but as soon as I saw the hint for boss key, I was oh yeah. They
yeah, I
did
was like, that's the
hints.
first time. I am pretty sure that because key sanity is off,
Oh, the hint, sorry.
it doesn't consider boss keys. I don't know if I should say it doesn't consider them progression, but it tries not to hint them. So I think that's why you'd never seen it before. Because if key sanity is off, then I believe it specifically avoids putting that oh my god, putting it in hints, because then you could get away with the hero hints for a boss key inside the dungeon, and that's not very useful.
Yeah.
Did anyone in this race besides me use Dolphin Emulator?
Yes, I did.
Do you notice anything wrong with the controls?
Nope.
Like,
For a
the
long
motion
time, I
controls
thought it
seem
was.
off.
I know.
I did
know
notice you were
Farmers
having
have
some
done it
problems.
4 times, but for a very, very long time, I thought that Dolphin was the reason that I couldn't get the Wii remote to swing the way I wanted it to. But you know, just like through practice, experimenting, a bunch of different things, playing a lot, I managed to get to a point where, and I'm sure you can get there faster than me if you're already finishing in 2 hours and 30 minutes, where on Dolphin, I don't have any motion control problems besides on Ballad. But I think that's because the light coming in through my window gets picked up as like a secondary sensor bar or something.
Yeah, Jim had that issue like last year when he was starting to play a Skyward Sword again, and he realized, and he's like, well, I guess I have to keep these window blinds closed for SS speed running.
There was a race recently where just before Horde, I went to recalibrate, and then when I tried to point at the screen to because you had to do that when press A, it didn't work, and my blinds were closed and everything, and I got very worried. But then once I put the batteries out of my Wiimote and back in, it was working fine. That was really weird. I don't know why it happened.
Okay. I did
And on the
not lose
topic
points
of
for third place.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just didn't lose points for third place. Let's go.
On the topic of what Lepe said, I know that, like, I'm looking at the code, and yeah, that definitely seems like it should be the case, but maybe it's some kind of bias, but I feel like it does point to progression a lot more often than it should.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's like, I guess like today is the first time I have ever seen a location hint point at a boss key, so or a dungeon small key for that matter. So it's just, yeah, I mean, maybe that's just a pure coincidence that is just like in so many seasons just never has happened until like it got added as an always hint, but that, yeah, it seems like something for some reason is biasing it away from that.
Where was Patrol Way of the Hero? Does anyone know?
I was scaling to whip.
I know, no, but where was the hint? Because I never got it.
Oh, it was in Summit.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
It
was
wasn't
it the
ju- it wasn't
waterfall
scale
hint?
meeting-
It was the waterfall hint, yeah.
Okay,
It
yeah,
wasn't
because I never
scale
checked
was-
that.
Scale was Way of the Hero because of the small key in Skyview. It wasn't because of Whip.
Right, yeah, because the sword in Skippers was not required.
Yeah. Because you know, if you flooded that room in Skyview without the scale, you wouldn't be able to get that digging spot again, which had
We should,
a
yeah.
small key
Oops, sorry.
required
Yeah.
to beat the dungeon.
Battle Cat, so we need to go through all your 5,000 seeds and see if there's a hint pointing to a boss key anywhere. Okay, great location.
I can't say that I've seen a hint for a boss key before off the top of. Yeah, no, because boss key, the places that are sometimes and always hints in dungeons are very likely boss key locations.
All right, all. Hello, this is Delilah.
I do have to say, like, we always talk about, like, hating Floha seeds, but, like, this seed was probably one of my favorite that I played, and
I love this seed.
Yeah, this one was pretty cool.
yeah, and I mean, I thought that even before I finished second, so, like, it's not just biased because I placed well in the seed, like, I really, really enjoyed playing this seed.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that I didn't screw up on the trial. Like, I don't know if I should have done it or not, but technically it was the right choice. Thanks for the follow, Zelds. You are in this call.
Yep.
I don't know if it was the right choice or the wrong choice in whatever the opposite of retrospect is, but in retrospect, I could have saved a lot of time if I
Foresight.
had not foresight. Yeah, if I hadn't forgotten to do crystals because I went to Skyloft with the intent to do it and then didn't, and if I hadn't put off the trial out of fear that it was scale, and if I had known that there was a beetle still, like if I didn't forget about that, I would have been even more scared because I knew that beetle was unrequired, and if I did a trial for it, I'd be mad. But you did that too, Yal, right? You got the hint stone for the trial before doing it.
Yeah. Because I was
Yeah, I
going to be
guess
very mad if I went and did the trial and I got Hook Beetle.
Yeah. I guess I was the one then that just kind of rushed the trial as soon as I knew it was Way of the Hero. I guess like I guess it was kind of like I figured I was supposed to have a beetle before entering Skyview, but I guess technically that trial was accessible before Skyview, so either way it worked out for me.
It could have gone poorly for you, and it could have gone much better for me. It's just no one can know what's on that trial until you get that kind of out of the way hint stone. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I probably would not have finished like with as good of a time as I did if it had been Hook Beetle instead of Magma Mitts on that trial.
You guys all good now? Hi.
Yeah.
I think so.
I try not to cut people off, but you know, sometimes it happens. I want to give a shout out to our commentators, who are Zion, right? Zion, and the list is like ridiculously long. Jaznix.
It was me. Yeah.
Yes, good, sweet. See, I screwed it up at the beginning, but I can redeem myself. Our trackers, Floha, Battle Cats, KitKat, and Pikachu is Love and Life. And our runners, your average Link, Zelda, Zelds, 08, Mirage, and Raid Spinal. Thank you guys so much. This was awesome. I hadn't really seen much of SSR Rando, and it was really cool. It's one of the more beautiful Zelda games. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna boot you all over to ZeldaSpeedRuns, and they are doing the Minish Cap Randomizer Variety Tournament Season 3 Semifinals, Myth 197 versus Pika Pals. Well, I'm sorry. How do you say it? Are you on here?
Yeah, it's Raid Spinal.
Raid Spinal. Everybody
person
says
always
Spinal, and it's Spinal.
always fine.
Okay, so it's Spin L. Got it. If I do this again, I'll get it right next time.
Don't worry, no one gets it right.
Is it Spinel or Spinel? Where's the
Okay.
stress?
The stress is the second one you said.
Spinal. Got it. Got it.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys. Have a great evening.